What is up, ladies and gents? Episode 3 of Let's Play Rayman 2. Last episode we covered the Bayou, and we found out that Razorbeard kinda munched away on one of our lums, so it's kinda why it's 999 instead of 1,000 like it's supposed to be. But you know what? We're gonna sort this out later in the game, trust me on this. And I hope I remember to point it out when it does happen, because it's kind of like hidden, let's say, quote unquote. Go on, Rayman, go on! So there we go. Every time there's like a sanctuary where there's a mask. All the sanctuary levels is where we find these 4 masks that they're talking about. And first off, I'd like to apologize for the music being a little loud during that cinematic, but this is like, of all the levels of music, this is probably my favorite. And I don't want to risk not having you be able to hear it, because that would just bum me out. So right off the bat, you want to run behind there and grab that cage, and our first order of business would beat the shit out of this guy. And fucking blast me in the face. It's not really nice. Now this pirate battle's kind of annoying because you always lock onto that crab. You can't kill the crab, it just kind of sits there, like you shoot it, and it just spins around. And if you walk into it, you lose a little bit of health. Like, so that's just basically there to piss you off. Really no purpose in it being there. Crazy pirate music. I kind of wish it started with the regular music of the level before it throws you directly into a pirate like battle music thing, but whatever. So now we get to listen to the good music. Oh yeah. Dude, that's so awesome. I'm like, after this I'll probably go and put that on my iPod. It's freaking beautiful. So it basically like, that pool of water is like begging you to dive in and go swim through it. So you should probably go do that, because you'll probably find some cool shit. Like this cage. And that's about it. That's the only reason why we went in there. And you don't go any faster spiraling around like I'm doing. I just do it because I do. That's the do's that I do. Actually, I think it makes you go slower. Fuck. Okay, it's really easy to get caught in that little like corner. So try not to do that, because you might die if you don't make it up in time. Just saying. Now this section of the level is like prone to going mute for some reason. So hopefully let's not do that. Hopefully it won't do that, because the music just gets better from here. There's usually this pirate battle that triggers the music not coming back. Come on, you motherfucker. Feel my pain. Oh yeah. Alright. So we seem to be going well. And the PS2 version of this game, well, it's not called Rayman 2 The Great Escape, it's called Rayman 2 Revolution. Because they just made it a little different. Like, they added more things to it pretty much, and made the world more detailed. And in that, the pirate battles are so much more epic. But this kind of makes up for it with, like, I think the music in this game might have been better. Oh, it just got better. That's what I was talking about. Before, if it was like, if the volume was any lower, it probably wouldn't have happened. And I would have been pissed off. Okay, LE says, you remember those like random triangle pyramids there? But we gotta throw these orbs on top of those pyramids of the respective color. So as I was saying before, I can't remember if the music in the Rayman 2 on the PS2 was any worse than this. I'm gonna assume it was the same. It was just the graphics that were kind of crappier. Like, the all-around gameplay was better. You didn't want to throw it over there, you fucking dumbass. Alright, good, our music came back. I remember now, it was, after that, the music wouldn't come back on. But no need to worry, my friend, we're all good. I might actually let's play that Rayman 2 Revolution, but not anytime soon, because I'm obviously doing this one now, and there wouldn't really be no point to doing this, like, right after. But it could be an idea after I do a few more games. Then again, like, let's playing a game takes a fucking long time. Like, this is probably like 4 or 5 months worth of footage, these 3 let's plays that I'm doing. So we're in for the long haul right now. So maybe in like a year's time I only would have let's played like 5 games max, you know? And I won't be done my Zelda let's play for a long time, because I'm planning on doing as many of the games as I can. But as for the moment right now, I'm probably going to stop it at Majora's Mask, just because I don't have any means of recording console like I said before, so I wouldn't be able to do Twilight Princess and like the Wind Waker and stuff. But I do have a GameCube, and I could just borrow my dad's Wii. So, like, if I get a means to record, I could probably do those games. So if you walk towards the little Murphy face beside you, he'll just give you a tutorial on how to slide, but it's not rocket science, like I said before. And I don't mean to trash this game when I say like, oh, this is not rocket science, or like, oh, this is just really simple, yada yada. Like, I've already explained this before, but I just want to like clarify that I'm not trashing the game. Like, mainly why I find it so easy is because I played it just so damn much. This is another one of those situations like in the water skiing level. It's like, if you miss a lum or something, you're all pissed off because you're like, god damn it, you gotta like kill yourself and like go all the way back, that kind of thing. So here is our first major boss of the game. Probably like the easiest boss ever, but whatever. It's really all about timing. Like, usually that just happens like whenever you're on the last little lum and you get like nailed in the face by an ice thing. But this is just sort of like here's the dealio with these sanctuaries. You're gonna have to fight these guys, stuff like that, like these guardian sanctuaries. Well, guardians of these sanctuaries, sorry. This is actually one of my favorite though, just because I really like the color blue and everything's all blue and shit. Basically stab him in the fucking head with a giant thing of ice, and he's dead. So there we go. First boss under our belt. Aren't we a bunch of fucking champions? And there's supposed to be no music here. It's supposed to be like really serene and peaceful and shit. And don't forget to walk up this way, because it's kind of something really important like that lum sitting up there. Just a heads up. So there we go. That's pretty much the first protocol of getting a mask. It's just the gist of what normally happens. And that's kind of just like the first chunk of the game kind of taken care of right there. And we're doing a bonus level. I'm just going to skip it because it's fucking annoying. And there we go. Okay, so now it's safe to say we got a gist of this game and how it works and everything. Now we're gonna see the first, I guess, of our backtracking that we're gonna have to do. Because there's certain points in this game where it requires you to go back to previous levels, like I've shown before. Unfortunately, you can't skip this. Well, I could, but I won't. Just so you guys know what happens in the game and everything. This part also, like, always scared the shit out of me. Like, as soon as you start, there's a fucking, like, crazy pencil missile thing flying out your face. If you stay there, it blows up on you. And you're just like, what the fuck? You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, you know? Like, I remember the first time my dad did this, like, he didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, none of us did. We were all just like, what the hell's going on? There's a giant, crazy pencil thing trying to kill us. Now, he gets tired every once in a while. That's when you're supposed to jump on him. Yada yada. But we're gonna take care of this first. This is one of those things that are just really easy to skip because it's like not in your face. Now, this always scared the shit out of me. It always tried to like jump in. And like half the time when I come up out of that hole, he's like right there. As soon as I jump up, I get hit in the face, and I'm like, oh my god. It's really like suspenseful. I don't know, stupid things scare me. But really, all you have to do is just run in circles until he gets tired. And you hop on, you're like driving around, you're like, oh my god, ah! And if you press the shoot button, you do that. And to keep like the steady stream of fire going, you gotta keep tapping the shoot button, whatever that may be. And that is actually useful. That's a useful thing to know later in the game. But this is like way later, like near the end. So we don't have to worry about that right now. We just beat the shit out of these guys. It's really easy. It's just like a 3-hit KO. What you gonna do, fool? Die, motherfucker! There's really no point in killing this guy. Oh, that opens up that. Okay, there was a point in killing him. We need to get in here and grab that cage. It's mighty important. Ah, fuck, I don't need that. Now, I never understood why this level is called the Meaner Hills, or the Minor Hills, whatever you want to pronounce it. I know it's spelt kind of weird. But, like, it's mostly just you're running down a bunch of paths. There's no, like, plains or hills or anything. Like, I suppose it's because, like, these places where you're running around, there's lots of, like, hills and stuff. Like, you're going, like, up walls pretty much in these things and stuff like that. But it's really, like, a linear level, just because it's focusing on these missiles that you ride around everywhere, so like kind of has to be linear. Well, it doesn't have to be linear, but it would make sense. It makes sense in the game. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. I always thought that was strange how they named the level that. So if you go this way, there's a lum, and if you go the other way, you gotta use that like boost thing to get over the gap. And it's like one of those series of red lums that has the timer on it. So if you need health, just go that way. I mean, it's not rocket science, so to figure out how to do it. There we go. Now, here's a tricky thing. You don't really know that you're supposed to do this until later in the game when, like, one of the levels shows you that it is possible to do this. But you can fly in these fucking barrels whenever you shoot them beside a torch. Now, whenever you're playing this level, oops, wrong button. Whenever you play this level, like, it's totally expected for you to not know that. Therefore, you usually don't end up getting the cage. And the level where it shows you how to do that is actually fairly far from here. I don't know. It's probably gonna be another like 2 or 3 episodes before we get there. Let's say. We'll have the second mask by then. How about that? That should be a gauge of how long it should take. Fight this motherfucker. There's actually a pretty neat glitch actually you could do with those barrels where you could like fly around the whole map. And this is like an easier one to do it on because you need a pirate in order to do that. And I'll probably show it in a clip at the end of this level. End of this episode, I mean, sorry.
Jello, for the stem of my name. Do you want any more this too? It's you do get. Never stew, camel proof stew. Oh, whoa, change shadow. It's you do get. No, isn't. They'll never flow the sheet. Tell you.
Alright, so that pretty much concludes the part of the level that we can do now. We have to backtrack back to the marshes, and this is where we get that lum that I skipped before. Except I'm going to end the episode here because we're running close to the 20-minute mark, but we're not quite there, so we don't really have time for another whole level. Because that's what we're pretty much going to. It's pretty much another level. Which, by the way, is probably my least favorite level in the entire game. Which I'll explain next episode. I'll see you there.